Feisty, that was insane. You got in here like within like 2 seconds. Started very late. Yeah, I was watching Spurs Thunder. Hey, Proston. It's also been a while since we've done a late night stream, so figured a Saturday would have been a good time to try. Spurs won, K-Dash. Yeah, evil's been vanquished. They said it couldn't be done. Also, Arsenal lost Champions League final after parking the bus for 70 minutes. Or, just kidding, 100 minutes. Oh, hello. Thinking you were a Tottenham fan? Being a Tottenham fan in this day and age takes a lot of bravery, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I like the EPL. I was a Spurs fan back when there were players like, like Son on Bale. I kind of fell off after that. Van der Vaart as well. Like an old, I'm a little bit of an old head with EPL. But yeah, I haven't really been too big of a fan of them since. I mean, if there was like a most valuable player back in the day, I think Bale on Tottenham was pretty. It was pretty crucial. That man was absolutely unreal in his prime then. What? I did not expect him to be perfectly situated on the side netting there. I'm not even like opposed to Arsenal. Just parking the bus after scoring the 6th minute was so weak. Like, I understand you're playing PSG and Dembele, but man, seeing 10 players stacked within 25 yards of the goal in like the 15th minute was pretty weak. I was like, if they win doing this, this will be the most like criticized Champions League final performance. The high morale from the PL victory. Exactly, yeah. I'm looking for a bit before I go back prepping to cast tomorrow. Oh, I saw your post on Discord. I was gonna respond to it, but got sidetracked. I'm gonna get demoed. Never mind, I just had to hit that out of the way. Blah. Although I am liking this Mbappe slander campaign that people are on, where Real Madrid wins the cup without him, and then he goes to Real Madrid, and then PSG wins it 2 years in a row, and it's like, uh-oh. I will say, Mbappe kind of lost a lot of respect from me after that video came out of like him asking for a ball on the wing, and then him not going for it, and then the ball and the play keeps playing, and then he's still pouting, so he doesn't move upfield, and then the winger on the far side sends a perfect cross across to an open space that he should have been in, and then they didn't score. And I'm like, that's honestly, like, people say like Ronaldo is a drama queen, and he is. Like, he definitely demands the ball a lot, and he wants people to pass to him. But the thing is, like, when a player loses it, he does his little pout, but the moment there's still possession, they're like, oh, grab, and then he goes right back in. I've never seen a player just quit on a play halfway through because they didn't get a pass. God dang it. Hi, Logan. Wow, that's a lot of highs. If Italians do it, they call Catenaccio. If Englishmen do it, they whine. I mean, granted, for years, I thought the Italian Serie A was the most boring league because all Italian clubs play like that. Let's play a 4-5-1 and have no winger play. Everyone's a CDM, and you're just like, oh, okay. Like, I guess that's fun to watch. Just possession play, hitting it around the backfield the entire time. No through balls, no anything. It's like the most slow-paced league. Like, for years, it was so boring, in my opinion, to watch that league. So I don't really mind it when people are like, well, if Italians do it, it'd be boring. I'm like, yeah, it is boring. That's why I hated that league. But it's a shame because, like, those clubs attracted insane talent. Like, Inter and AC, like, were popping off. Just gonna grab that boost. Oh, I guess I won't hit that boost. Cringe. Ah, that was not the touch I wanted. Luckily. All right. Go Spurs! Hey, Rich. Hey, Ezekiel Shane. Yes, love that. Huge fan of missing my boost and then him giving it to me, so. That's the worst possible bounce. Sad. Play the bat. No. Ugh. Try to scoop that. Oh my god! I did it. Can I please play with you? Nope. I do not play with anybody I do not know. Hey, Fixation Entertainment. How you doing? I'm not bad at all. Doesn't matter. It's a rule. I don't play with anybody I don't know. Also, I was watching the TNT broadcast, and that commentary team is pretty mid. So I went to a different stream, and the CBS team was kind of lit. I'm not going to lie. I was like, all right. It was kind of funny they had Steven Gerrard as a commentator. I didn't even know he was doing that. It's a shame that Stevie G is going to still be best known for his slip and giving Demba Ba the goal in like the best Liverpool season I'd ever seen up to their actual championships. Yeah, Skydance owning Paramount, they're pretty yikes. Okay, cool. TNT commentators didn't stand out. They're just kind of like there. Honestly, I will say my least favorite archetype of commentary is what TNT was doing. You have like an English announcer and like a Scottish color dude or whatever. But the issue is that you have, well, maybe not Scottish, but like regardless, you have like this like kind of more rough and tumble player doing color, but the color is never analysis. It's so irritating. It's my biggest pet peeve about commentary when the play-by-play does his thing, and the color comes in, is like, yeah, I mean, you see with the shot coming in, I mean, he hits it so hard. Like, you can, it's really just overwhelming power towards the goal. And, yeah, it just smacks it just really hard. And you're like, that's not any, I could have told you that. Like, I don't know, it always irritates me when color commentary is just a dude, like, with a beer in his hand, like, I don't know what that was. Just like, are you a professional caster, sir? Like, what's happening? Never been understood that. I do like PvP, but that's an annoying kind of color. I literally made a tweet about this because I was like, I was also listening to a VOD about a junior caster in Rocket League, and I think it's an issue a lot of color casters deal with. They focus on observation and not actually description and analysis. Like, they focus on the how, but not the why. And the why is the interesting part. The how is what everyone knows. Like, you watch a play happen. But I think it's way more informative and interesting when you can tell a viewer, okay, the reason this happens is because of X. Like, I think color commentary in soccer, for example, is way more interesting when you can detail, oh, the reason this play happened is because, you know, this guy makes a cutting run, he drags the center back forward, and then it creates a gap between the outside back and the center back. And then that's where the midfielder makes his run or something. Like, just tiny stuff like that, I think, is way more interesting than being like, oh, look at this midfielder, he holds the ball, and then, bam, sees his target and passes it. Like, that's what all midfielding is. That gives me nothing. That actually gives me zero information about what happened. I think that's why when I do Rocket League commentary, I focus on player intent, on, like, what players are trying to accomplish when they're doing something, rather than, like, what they actually ended up pulling off. I don't think it's like the worst thing that, good pass. Ball was just a little sharp. Lights were too bright on that last one. caught that. Oh, no. That was a classic moment of, like, I'm waiting because I'm low on boost, and so teammate thinks I'm just not going, and so then he goes late, and I'm like, if you just went... I wish you didn't put it right down the middle. Unfort. Because it was Normanstead, Old McDonald had to sell his farm to couple what he EIEIOs. I like that. Yeah, I'm not gonna... Man, this is 1600, holy crap. The fact that he just chased that. Again, I need to stop doing this. It's probably my biggest issue playing twos as a queuer. Is the amount of times I will be like, well, they're not gonna go for that because I beat them to this. And then I don't go in time, and then they just go anyway, and then I get beat to the ball. And I'm like, like, why am I trying to outthink these players who are clearly not actually thinking about their read? Yeah, I was not really a hardliner on, like, NBA, like, being anti-NBA franchises or anything, but I have to say, like, Shea is just such a egregious, like, rule bender to the point of, like... Because, like, the thing is, I agree that if it is gamesmanship to, like, if a ref isn't calling a specific thing or is giving you a certain call, then, yeah, it's to your advantage to do it. I just hate how he has this persona where he's like, I don't even need it. I don't even need that in my bag. You guys accuse me of baiting for fouls. I'm still good enough to do it without that. And I'm like, yeah, I know. That's why we all hate you. Like, if you were just a nobody doing that, it'd be one thing. But the fact that you are legitimately very good and you're pump faking every single time and then jumping head first into a defender to chuck up a shot that had no chance and then getting a foul is why everyone hates you. like at least have it be a natural foul, like, thing. That's my biggest thing, is like, if he actually got real contact, I just don't understand why the NBA stopped calling that. Like, how is it natural? I've never seen a player in my entire life have an uncontested three and jump forward to hit his three. That's the thing that bothers me the most, is like, I don't understand how it's like deemed a natural foul. Or not natural foul, natural motion. Oh, that's close. Okay. Hello, Declan. Can add anybody. I don't understand why people do that in chats instead of just asking people to play in ranked. That's just how it works, you know? That's how I made, like, literally every friend I play with on the regular as I was playing ranked. Played with them and was like, hey, do you want to play? And they're like, sure. And then you play, and then you friend each other, and then you have someone to play with. Would love it if my teammate either went for a pass or went for a bump. Never understood going for neither. He's like in between those two options. That's a little wide. That's fine. Teammate, play that. 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 Nice. That's ooh. Ah! Hey, Grim. Hello, me. Hello. Yes, that is exactly you saying me and hello. That's fine. I see you want to add someone. I mean, Declan, I guess, if you want to play with him, go for it. That's 50 right there. That's not a great touch by him. Hey, Verse, you want to grab that corner boost? What? He was backward. I didn't realize he was backwards, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, why would he be backwards? Don't get dunked. And that's why I ask him not to get dunked. Do not go for that. Holy crap, dude. I am landing in the goal and you're gonna full commit on that? That's fine. Okay. I was like, he's not super great in line. Ooh. You're fine, good bump. Oh! I tried to pop that up. Wouldn't have mattered. Teammate was not there. Bump him, bump him, bump him, bump him. Or not, Griffiths. All right. Come on now, go outside, get some activity, do something today. This is the day. I mean, it's 10:25 p.m., so I don't know about that for me, but... Yeah, I don't know about that for me. I'm not probably going to go outside. It is not a new day. It is very much the end of the day. Hydration station. Junction junction? Oof. I need to replace my Brita filter, I think. That water does not taste good. That or something in the water filtration in Texas has just gone awry. That tastes metallic AF. Ryu, says Mason. I am GC2 right now. We are currently derusting as we have been low hours for a very long time. We're trying to get back into it. Solo queuing this rank is actually the worst thing ever. We are typically GC3 or SSL, so it's been a while. So bear with me as I try and work with some of these randoms. Massive boosting problem in GCs slowly being undone by anti-bots, but there's a lot of players up here that genuinely I don't think I've ever played a moment of Grand Champion level Rocket League. Oh, I was meaning to flip cancel that one, but didn't do that properly. I didn't think you'd get that shot off. If it's a new day if you don't sleep, that is true. I still think about all the time that episode of of American Dad, where the CIA invents a pill that makes it feel like you have 8 hours of sleep, but you don't actually have to sleep. You just take it and you just super good for like 8 hours. And I'm like, I think about that all the time, like how much more productive you'd be. The only downside is I feel like you low-key kind of need that rest in your brain just to like give yourself nothing to think about. Also, time skip is great. Like as a kid, going to bed before Christmas, but knowing when you wake up, you get like Christmas morning and all that. Being able to skip all that's great. Or like when you're going on a trip and you're so excited to go. I had 8 more hours to procrastinate, exactly. All right. Sorry, Feet. I was going to approach that differently. Oh, hello. Boop. Yeah, we're trying to get back up. I'm also not going to lie, chat, I've not been streaming lately. I kind of mentioned this yesterday, but for everyone who's coming in today, I haven't streamed much lately because Rocket League, since the new EAC update, has like horrifically destroyed my computer's ability to like generate frames. So everyone on Twitch is seeing it, but maybe not on YouTube. My frame rate is like very yike lately. I don't know what happened. I don't really know what's causing it. I do know it's random things, like when I close Discord, it gets way better, but regardless, I'm still like dropping a lot of frames. And because of that, it's very hard to like, you know, find the time to play this game, because sometimes I'm like losing games just because like I go for an aerial and then suddenly it's like, oh, and I drop to like 45 frames. And it's like, oh, okay. This scarier so far? Yeah, it is good. Oh, that was more free than I thought. Clark, you might get demoed here. Yes, sir. Boop. Oh boy, you turned the wrong way. As someone join this Discord, you should start by doing !Discord. Ah, I was thinking of like, I could pop that, but I was like, I don't really know exactly the path I need to take on that. Big chow into the dunk. Oh, ho, ho, ho. I flipped away to not get demoed, and the guy didn't even go for the demo. Hey, Drew, you want to play that pinch? Or not? That works. Pass? Oh. Man. Him pre-jumping that is low-key insane, I'm not gonna lie. Tap, tap, tap. That's fine. I'm not gonna commit to that. I'm gonna play his catch though. Ah, he bumped me, no! Did he even mean to do that? I can't tell. Just gonna play the beat. I'm gonna get that boost. Soft I didn't get underneath that, dude. That's fine. You want that, Clark? Just to get a flick? That works. Buy your time, brother. I'm gonna go on this because he's taking too long. Clark, got your boost. All right. Oh. We're gonna play that roll, and then we're gonna play a 50 here, or not. Okay, that's fine. He leaves that boost. Teammate goes up. J-Ru misses. That's a giveaway. Nice cut, and not what I was expecting. I'm just gonna steal that. Okay, they're just rushing that. I don't know what's going on there. Uh-oh, teammate, go. Oh, he just got that. I slowed down to get the soft touch. It's fine, Clark. Ooh. Dude, I thought he was about to hit that off the corner as I was landing, and I'm like, buddy, if there's one way to throw a game, that is exactly it. Nice, Clark, well done. Off the kickoff. I don't know why Declan got his message deleted. Yeah, exclamation point Discord is how you join my Discord. If you're on mobile, I don't remember if links actually show up and you can click them in YouTube Shorts. They used to not be in live chat. They used to not be able to do that. I think it was an anti-spam prevention thing of trying to avoid people of just putting in links constantly. So it was like a little more aggressive, but someone, I want to say someone recently was like, yeah, I can click it. And I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, Declan, I don't know why Nightbot got your message deleted, but what's a movie where a Home Alone kid is allergic to bees? What? Macaulay Culkin is allergic to bees? That seems like a very specific plot. Can I tell you something? I think you could. I think you have the ability to type things with your hands. I tried to scoop that from the side. That was a little too much boost put into it in the beginning. It's okay, Melo. I had 170 kph in a training pack. Nice. And I just got to do it in a game and post that thing to Twitter. You don't type with your hand? What? You just don't slap the keyboard with your palm? Am I typing wrong? Also, I would argue your hand is made up of your fingers and your palm. Like, it's not like your hand is just your palm. That's why it's called a palm. Ah, I don't bump him? That's crazy. I didn't expect him to miss, I'm not gonna lie. Oh. That's my bad. Multiple times over. That's happens when you're rusty, chat. Gotta warm up. Ah, I didn't realize you were catching that, my bad. I thought you were just stealing the boost. I didn't think you'd try to grab that. We're gonna fake that. And flick. And soft touch. Oh, I bumped him. How's teammate still on no boost? What happened here? Flick. That's a weird chow. Bing. Nightbot hating. Nightbot is power hungry. I do like it when Nightbot gets aggro. Boop. Let's go Spurs. How you doing, TB? I genuinely find it. I think honestly, I would respect OKC fans a little bit more if they just respected the idea that like, yeah, SGC's good. I wish he didn't foul bait so much, but you know, blah blah blah. But instead, they're like, he's not even foul baiting. I'm like, okay, if you just admitted it, I would actually respect you more. Like, yeah, you know, the NBA probably needs to change that, but hey, he's just playing within the confines of the rules. He's being smart, even if it's cringy. Done. I'm fine with that. The fact that they actually act like that's not a thing that's happening. Oh, you're so done. You're so toasted. DT, can I add you? Declan, you've been in the stream for so long. You heard me talk to 3 different people and say I don't add people I don't know. The answer is no. Not because I don't like you. I just don't do it. Yeah, I could have stopped that. I don't even know if I want to add something for $100, unless you PayPal it to me and I get it directly, because that'd be great. Boys. Oh, I kind of forgot he was going to spawn in there. Wow, he actually just waited that out. Crazy. I'm gonna stay in the play, grab some pads. Yes, yes, yeah, no! I knew he was gonna hit the post on that. I was like, dude, I swear to God, if you had a straight line and you pushed it wide. But no, he got it, he got it. We're good. Also, did anyone else see the Arsenal player that lost his PK? They took a photo of the picture and he actually no-looked his PK that he sent over the bar. Legitimately one of the funniest meme potential images I've ever seen in my life. Uh-oh, interesting. Screwed around too much. I honestly, I have never enjoyed PK lead-ups that are like start from the front, sidestep, 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 shuffle, 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 jump, land, shuffle, 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 and then hit, like, just freaking run through it. I don't mind hesitation a little bit, but when you're doing all this, like, like stuff, and then you miss, you look like such a jackass, dude. The whole point of the feint is to make the goalkeeper dive a little bit. It's funny when they're doing all these, like, fast feet flicker step things on the lead up when the goalkeeper isn't even reacting to that. You're just doing that to, what, embellish your run up? Like, what are you doing here? I don't know. I just can't respect that. I've only missed one PK in my life also, and it's been saved, at least. Also, I just realized some guy in a twos match earlier asked for a sign, and I did not give it. So if you come into the chat, my dude, then I will sign your profile at then. Baby dead! Oh, he's not dead, chat. Okay, we are also in low level 3s, so I need to remember I can't just leave my teammates alone. My girl, I don't know if I've seen that. Hey, Footballers Academy. All right, we're gonna play like a field general, chat. We're just gonna control pace, stay in the middle. Chow, 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 chow. Not like that. Whew. Oh. Hold on, I need to see where Swayze was. I could have sworn he was going right down the middle on this. Never mind, I was high. I was not paying attention on that one, I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking there was someone behind me, so I was like, yeah, that's okay. This guy's rushing, but he's just gonna hit to no one. Dunk. Ooh, close one. I subbed, good to hear. Nice. All right, get straight back. I don't have that one, but next touch isn't great. All right, no chow there. I'm just gonna steal this boost. Oh, never mind, he missed that. Okay. Bonk. Bonk. No third bonk. Swayze, easy touch, easy touch, easy touch. Yeah! Damn, I couldn't get there in time. All right, deflect that one here. Let me get across. Okay, that's fine, Kevin. Wait, hold on. I was not for a single second afraid that that was gonna go in. I hit that on my screen. Wow, that was like legitimately a singular pixel. Cringe, cringe in mid. Danish Taco, do you remember a guy named Tab, asks Pletty? I do not remember that. All right. Not a great threes game. I think I might actually not play threes for a bit. Twos is already, we're at the rank where like we kind of have to solo carry absolutely every single game in order to like stay relevant in the game. But threes is actually the point where like, I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to actually just lock it down and play like ridiculous defense. All right, we... Not a crazy fan of that by J-Dodge, but that's fine. All right, it's fine. You take that, Doge? Calling him Doge now. I'm just calling him anything that comes to my mind. I'm not even reading the name tag anymore. He chowed that? That's kind of wild, I'm not gonna lie. And then teammate watched it go in, question mark? Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. You don't have that, it's fine. I read his cut, but I didn't actually go into it. Legitimately one of the most embarrassing things I've ever seen. Okay, well, this is what I'm talking about, chat. Okay. I'm getting interesting lore about my teammate. Some guy on the other team, I guess, played with him earlier, and he said, JD, by the way, you lost to a non-GC, no need to crap talk. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I can see this guy losing to a C3. Hey, Coolio. Oh, that was open. I didn't, oh. Nope. This guy is functionally useless. Buddy, if you're not going to go, you can't go cut all the way to the far side. So mad about the 2023 GC2 lobby. Cell, you pulled me in twos. That's funny. I never played twos before 2023, so that's a lie. Also, it's functionally impossible to sell with you in the lobby. You're a master salesman. Twitch added a mod streak too. I haven't seen that. I've seen mod anniversaries get added. It was 3s then. That sounds more likely. German 2 anniversary of banning children. Yep. Love how I go for a block on 2 different players and needed them jump for me, so I just look like an idiot for trying to block them. We'll rank you now. We are sitting in a solid GC2, 16, like 50-ish in 2s right now. It's fun because it's like playing against people who have never touched a ball before. Like, I'm consistently blown away how many goals just go in because people have, like, never seen a 50-50, or they'll just go for, like, literally anything near them and hit the weakest shit you've ever seen in your life, and you're just like, why? Or do stuff like that. Teammate has absolutely 0 chance of getting to that ball first, and then still goes full-fledged into it, and then has to turn around, wasting 60 boost. Like, holy crap. Probably took so long to go live. I was watching Spurs OKC. I was gonna go live at like 7 o'clock, and then it was on, and I was like, looking like me out there. I mean, it's why it's so difficult like solo queuing anymore. Like, it's not a fun game mode to play. I will say my frames are doing a lot better today, and I was warming up because I was playing. I was in free play the entire time I was watching Spurs OKC. Yeah, we're definitely still in the territory of like we need to carry every single game. Like it's not really enough to even play well. Like I think it's like 1 in every like 4 games of 2s I'll get a teammate that I'm legitimately not too upset about. Okay. You just insta-chilled that. All right, Leo's already playing kind of smart, so I like it. Yes, Leo. Wow, he left. Oh, okay. University of Texas at Arlington player has forfeited 36 seconds in. He says 1 goal, and he's like, wait, buddy. Leo just said, you blank everyone off. Excuse me? There's no way. He says it's your play style. There's absolutely no way a guy forfeits because of one guy's play style. Honestly, if you forfeit like that, it's because you're rage queuing and you hit your ceiling. I have done that plenty of times as a rage queue, where like you're playing the game and I'm like, it's fine, we just gotta lock it in, just gotta play simple, just gotta do this. And then I'll be like, I'll make a flick like this. And then I'll be like, okay, well, it's a 1v1 and my teammate is on my left. I'm gonna pass. And then they turn away right as I hit it. And I'm like, what would you think was like, what did you think was happening? Or like, you're driving up field and then you're looking for a shot. And right as you shoot it, your other teammate double commits and knocks you out of the way and then gives them a free goal on the counter. And you're just like, what? Genuinely, what was the plan? And that's where it feels like players in twos just aren't actually paying attention. They just like drive. They're just vibing. They're just driving while blasting. It's like that that Ronaldo gif, like the phase Ronaldo or whatever gif of him like playing while singing that Katy Perry song or whatever, and he's just like la 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 la. That's how I feel like so many players play this game. And I'm not saying you have to be 100% locked into play rank, but like I hate it when people just act like they have literally never played a competitive game before, and they're just vibing, zero attention. Vibe coding. Well, it's just literally like they're like texting someone back while they're playing, and I'm like, why are you not understanding that I'm right there? Nah, sorry. I was between like wanting to dish that. There, go. Go, my boy. Oh. Thank you. Good bump. Something about this game encourages people to zone out. Well, I mean, that's why I kind of say, like, it's both a... I like how Rocket League doesn't require VCs when you're playing, because in a way, I kind of like the ability that you can just queue up and not have to worry about comms. But at the same time, I do think it leads to a lot more players not locking in ways they really should, simply just because they can just listen to music and not pay attention to what the rotation is. I missed that boost. I'm sure they didn't notice. Heavy touch. Hey, Jihad. It's a terrible touch. No! I didn't scoop it, dude. No! Well, that was also equivalently bad motivated. I would play casual anymore. I don't have the energy to try and hard carry. Honestly, I played casual to like test my connection lately. It's actually kind of fun. It's like not hard, but it's fun. I will say it was really funny that the first time I played casual in literally like 3 years, I got a player who was actively like wishing death on his teammates and saying, yo, I live in this town, pull up, like, you're gonna be on my 4th aggravated assault charge. I found a dude that was beefing with Rocket League, stalked him and beat him up one time, and I'm like, dude, this guy's like an actual psychopath playing casual. Like, my God. A musty cow, yes, Declan, that is a creator. That's it. God dang it, dude. Sometimes I just can't see those standard boosts. Oh boy. Sorry, teammate. That was something I thought you'd pass, and then he kind of just hit it right at me, but then shit kept chasing, so I was like, oh, that's his peak right there. I'll give him a nice shot for that. Can I join you soon? Declan, you're gonna get banned next time you ask. I have explained this to you 3 times that I do not play with people. I don't know if you're just very, very young, or you're not listening, or you're just objectively stupid. Maybe all 3, but either way. Hi, Nilverse. How you doing? Are you currently SSL? No. we are, after a long hiatus from the game, of playing the game a lot harder, we have been kind of stuck down in ranks as we're trying to de-rust. That's why we are perma-washed right now. Yeah, we're just trying to solo queue our way back up. Oh, he went for that? I don't think he got that boost yet. Did you just try to freestyle 360 flick that? Buddy. Play the bounce, play the bounce, play the bounce. This guy, dude. He had time to read that. He's rushing it for no reason. Hey, teammate, stay middle. Maybe I want to talk down someone, he's a kid. Hey, so if someone came up to you and be like, hey, do you want to play a game? And I'd say, no, I don't play with people I don't know. And then they ask again, and then again, and then again, then it's like, hey, buddy, like at a certain point, it's not like I'm saying, ask me later. No, I told him several times that, no, I don't do that. I don't play with people I don't know. Also, does that mean that I can talk down if I have more viewers? At what point can I talk down? Have I ever played Resident Evil? No. What time is it for you? It's like 10:55 p.m. Oh no! Cringe. Oh well. Day's been good though. Watched Arsenal lose after playing parking the bus for 100, like for 90 full minutes, and then we got to see Spurs beat OKC. Turns out there is good in this world, chat. Oh, that was a little far. These are teammates selling. Nah. Incoming. Whoa, T Carell at the 143 raid. How you doing, T? How was your stream? I'm so tired and hungry. 6.5 hours? Oh my. Well, I'll take care of your BBs. Welcome in, everybody. I am not as good as T-Corral, but I'm trying my hardest to solo Q2s, and it is an interesting insight into the mindset of 2026 NA game sense. No demo on that? Cringe. Ooh, that could have been a goal. I rushed that a little bit. Not a great rotation by me. That's fine. Let's grab... Man, I didn't go for the boost because I was like, I can get the read. And then I didn't get the read. I don't look for teammates to I smack the ball, simple as. I mean, that's kind of the whole approach that I'm arguing about. As if players kind of just ignore the ball or ignore the play, and they're just like, I'm just gonna hit it. And it's like, that's all well and good in like a certain rank, but at a certain point you kind of need to play a bit more strategic. All right, we're gonna have to just hit that across. That's another thing I've noticed in GC2s that actively drives me up a wall. The amount of players that will challenge with no momentum on the near side when I'm already like in offense, and then it turns into like a very easy breakaway for the other team because we go very late and get absolutely obliterated to the read. And then I'm like, hey, if we just didn't do that, this wouldn't have been a problem. Oof. There you go. I like Futura Garden. I would like it better if the crowds were closer. I don't know why the eggs aren't like next to the stadium. Like it feels like Manfield is the closest to like a European soccer stadium, but the reason I like those aesthetics of EU soccer stadiums is because the crowd is right next to the field. I don't know if it's like a visual thing, like maybe they tried that and it just looks like too visually busy on the sidewall, but I don't know. I kind of want them to put the crowd a little bit closer to the field. I was literally not even going to chow that, but I still went forward enough to hit that. Oh, well, that's probably a goal. Oh. Yeah, I have no boost. I'm just going to force him into a bad save. Goku. Nah, it's fine. That was a bad chow, but I could tell he was thinking that because I didn't go, he probably could have that. Hey, GTA. Let's get a reset to the... Oh, I was going for a 4% double, and then I actually mishit both times, so... This is also that toxic YouTuber trait where I could just play much simpler, but then I'm like, oh, this would be a cool clip if I hit it. And then I go for something I really shouldn't be. Ugh. My thoughts on Jinxie playing Rocket League? It's objectively good for the game, and anyone who disagrees is an idiot and doesn't want this game to succeed. Yeah, sad. Third highest rank in the game, by the way. Do you? Brother, I don't care if I'm right behind it. You either go or don't. And if you see me there, then why are you going? Like, as I'm waiting for that, I hear him jump, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll leave it for you. And then he bails. I'm like, buddy, I'd rather you double commit full force and go for that than go all the way and then bail. Ugh. This is what I mean by like players not paying attention. Like it just takes 1 second to notice, oh, my teammate is underneath the ball. I bet he wants to go for it, and then playing off of that rather than just going for the ball and then being like, oh, oops, my teammate's there. It's like, this is what I mean by like players don't pay attention. It's very weird. Not sure if you'll stream again before Tuesday, but I want to wish you luck. Thank you, Jay Bogo. I probably will, especially if I do not get my paycheck soon from esports stuff, because I need to pay my rent. So we might do a fun donation farm stream, doing some incentives. We'll see. All right, you got that, Nate? It's gonna be banned. You got band camp next. It's gonna be hot as. I don't know what you mean by that. Hot as in temperature-wise, but that's really funny because there's a movie that came out way before you were born. Saying band camp is really hot is actually an objectively hilarious thing to say. It gets eyes the game of people tracks isn't always the best for the game. I don't really care, dude. Like, people who play the game, more players equals more eyes, which equals more growth for content in general. Means more sponsorships for the esport. Like, people objectively just need to understand this is good for the game. Also, asking a big streamer to have a fan base that's that's like the 100% the best type of fans for them or not. I don't know, that's a losing battle. Every streamer's gonna have a cringe fan base. I was thinking that was gonna be a little bit different of a shot. Thought Nate might have had a touch there. Not quite. All right, we can get that boost, and then you doesn't have a play there. I don't trust that pass just because it was a little telegraphy. I should not chow that. I'm such a freaking idiot. Nate, please jump. Thank you. Thank you for bailing me out. All right, these guys are very slow, but they're smart with it, so I'll leave them to that. Cool, giveaway. We're gonna hold that up. Man. Oh, I saw a teammate go for the bump, but then I guess he wasn't. He was just rotating to the side. Good. Close shot. I realized Hog was demoed right as I went for that. Oh, wow, he delayed that. I think he saw me, like, playing that clear. Maybe wanted to scoop that. Nice delay flick, I like it. Wow, that's actually hilarious. Did he bump him or something? How did he miss this? I need to see this from, well, Tucky had 0 boost, okay. Oh, Hog bumped, I was about to say, I'm like, that makes absolutely no sense on how that guy missed that. That was a little spooky, I'm not gonna lie, chat. Okay, not the best. Teammate can probably get there before me. All right, he trusts me to not get scored on there. Wow, are you beat to that? Casual miss. All right, we're flicking that middle just because I saw the guy on the sidewall, so I don't want to give him an easy read. We're gonna lob that one high but not go because I want to draw out that first chow. Teammate plays that. Good. Don't have to rush it. He's a little rushy. Like I said, teammate, these guys are a little slow. Oh, that was honestly pretty ticked about that. That was a ghost touch AF. Okay. Well, we bonked him. You just have to not That's gonna bounce, teammate. It's not gonna roll. Good touch. Okay. Nate, you need to set. You need to set. Good recovery, Nate. I'm gonna leave you that boost. Nice, Nate. One more. Nicely done. Beautiful, beautiful, Nathan. All right, cool. Squishy saving is so tough, it's failing. Squishy looks like goofy. Well, it's all about timing. I think a lot of players try to go for it as fast as possible, but it's really just about when you actually set your setup. Because you can also delay your flip. I think people try to like use it immediately. But if people go a little slower, you can like hover in the air a little bit if you can slow down in time. And that's the stuff that actually gets you a good save. Oh, sorry, Nate. It's fine. Gonna bump hog a little. Nate, you wanna tap the middle? Not like that. He's not getting that double. I'm gonna play this back post. I think I have that. Okay. I need pads, I need pads. I have that, Nathan. Oh! I just missed it, thank you. He was shadowing me well there. Whoop. Nice pass. Alrighty. Nate's solid. Like this guy a lot. He's bailed me out when I haven't been able to get that read, so I appreciate that. Oh, same guys. Except we have iced this time. All right, we're going for the double, but get his corner instead. That's bait. Ooh, that's his peak. Holy, what? Yeah, anyone else see that? That was like a ghost touch on my butt touching hit the car. All right, don't have the next one, but they don't know that. Don't roll it. Okay. Wow, that's a pinch. Got her on that a little wrong. That's fine. If I went immediately, that was a goal. Again, just don't anticipate. Sometimes players just do stuff in this rank that I just would never anticipate a normal human being doing. Okay. Once you turn your back that close to a goal and the ball's rolling, it's kind of Jover. Gonna play a fishing game, listen to some music before bed. Fishing game. Bass Pro Fisher. All right. See ya, Preston. Peace. Let me get that. You like ghost doubled? Yeah, I don't think I've seen that in a fat minute. It's like something that's like only possible by like skimming it on a ghost, basically. Oh, no, he had no boost. Okay, I was about to say, I'm like, you had it, what? He shadowed everything great, he just missed both of his pads after he grabbed the first two. I'm gonna tab for you. Nice iced. I love it how you smelled I was cooking. Great 50. Great 50 iced. This is what I'm talking about. The amount of times I will watch this exact setup, hog backs off, leaves a gap. So I'm like, okay, so clearly the play here is to like leave it into the middle or tap it slightly ahead of my teammate. And he goes, and then teammate will just rotate out or something. And I'm like, buddy, what are we doing? Like you have 100 boost. It's a 2v1. Like, either go for a demo or just go. Like, I've never understood this fascination with players in this rank, like, just bailing on anything. Like, the moment the ball is not a 1v1 ability for them, like, they're just like, nah, I have no interest in that. So, yeah. That's because if I got dunked, there's no way you're getting to it. No, but that's the thing is, like, if you know in that situation, Like, me from the ceiling, I see the whole field, and the teammate has to recognize that. Like, okay, if he's laying it off to me, it's because I have some time. And it's on the defender to either jump that or not, but the way Hog is rotating, if you're coming up from the last man position, you should know, oh, I can probably advance on this. And even if they do go, he's the last guy. You just tap it to the side, it goes off target, but it's a putback for me as I land, and then it's a goal. Like, literally, that's why Hog has to stay back. He can't rush, because he knows it's not probably going to be met well by the Chow. But again, like, that's a type of thing you just sense in that scenario. So it pisses me off when players don't even attempt to stay in the attack. They just rotate out and assume, like, oh, you didn't get a clip, so therefore you're not going to shoot it. I'm like, I'm not trying to shoot it, buddy. You're right there. Uh-oh. Alrighty, we're farming this duo, so. Can we get him a third time, chat? Yeah, there's something wrong with my Brita filter. Maybe it's like off kilter or something, because this water tastes like straight up chlorine. I don't know what's going on there. Use the new truck in the autumn shot. I don't know. Is there a truck? What? I've not heard of that. Ice turnaround? Nice. Well. That's a situation where you got to use your right stick. He was not being pressured immediately. I would have caught that and rolled it right back to the side wall or back wall. Or just take a 50. Honestly, using a 50-50 just to slow down the play is a hyper underrated tactic. I miss when players actually committed to that a bit more. I thought we'd get a chow in there. I was not prepared for that outcome. I was like, he's not going to be able to get that shot off. It's fine. Ice got it. All right, bad start with me and Ice in this game. I know we won a couple games in a row, but why are we playing Aspect of Hope? This guy's tends to be pretty high ranked in 2s, per my memory. Oh! That skin was actually kind of lit. Okay. There's no way you're going for that Ice. You have 0 boost. Nice. Okay. Solid contact. Almost bang. Yeah, honestly, that shot was crazy enough that if it went in, I think it would have not have been because the goalie wasn't, like, capable of saving it, but just because he would have been, like... There's definitely some shots that get scored on me because I'm literally, like, I had 0 trust that, or faith that you would be able to get that shot off. Okay, good flick. Want a better catch on the second touch. Oh. Whenever teammates actually work together on the other team, I get so baffled. I'm like, wait, that's the thing? They can just lay it off to the guy who takes it on a catch. All right, we're gonna 50 that. That's fine. He's not getting the next one if you just go. Nice. You can actually beat him on sheer speed there, teammate. Speaking. I tried to go low so I could spike it in the ceiling, and it doesn't matter. Okay, well, I guess that was a no-win scenario for that Turtles either way, because I was gonna hit that into the ceiling, and then teammate would have got the follow, or bro just ran out of steam on that air dribble, and he collects it anyway. Good job, Ice. All right, bad start, but we get it back. Nice, slow down. Well done. No, I was an idiot. I waited too long for that touch, or tried to flick too soon. Nice. He's not reading that again, though. We're gonna try to keep this in. I'm a little late to that. Yeah, that's fine. That's not in. Catch. Soft touch into... That's fine. Bail, get 50, or get this. Ooh, if he got that demo, dude. Goal. Nice. That was solid contact, I'm not gonna lie. I adjusted last second. I wanted to hit that middle, but I was like, I might be able to shoot this if I can get it over him, and it worked, so. why it's dangerous to try to telegraph those shots too early, because you can really just completely ruin your whole flow off that stuff. Alright, I wanted to bait in the first guy, but not like that. Ugh. Let's grab some pads. I'm not going to go for that. I'll go for that, though. Mine. Hey, Ice, do you want to tap that once and then hit? Oh, I love the ceiling pinch, though. Hey, Narc. Your background is hurting my eyes. Your eyes are hurting my background, buddy. If you've got zero background drip and that's what your eyes are used to, then that's you're kind of telling on yourself. Not gonna lie. Turtles? Turtles? Nice. Oh. Thank you, Iced. Not gonna lie, I didn't think he'd pocket pick me there. How we doing? We're doing okay, Dijon. I don't know if I'm gonna make my rent because esports check is like a week late. So we're gonna figure things out on that end. But outside of that, I have an interview for a job on Tuesday, a second round interview. So hopefully that pans out and then we're gonna be vibing. Nice. My dissertation defense has been scheduled. Nice. Well, that's a really smart play by Aspect, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, Ice, you got it. I saw him get a weak first touch. I'm like, he's gonna hit that right. Like, he doesn't have a flick on that. I hate that when they do that to you, my man. Yeah, I don't. It was supposed to come in this week based on like my estimate. I asked them like, hey, do we know the timeline for this? And they were like, oh yeah, it should be coming in this week. And then Thursday came, Friday came, and it was just like, okay. So I'm really, really hoping it comes in Monday, but I don't think it will. I think it's gonna come in like June 5th or something. Which by then means I would get evicted, so I might just end up like hitting up someone and be like, "Yo, do you mind like loaning me, like, loaning me like $1,200, and then in like 3 days I can give you back $1,300, because that is the only way I'm gonna be able to make that rent payment." Hey, Grim. Been nice for the job? Yes. It's a job that's funny because I applied to 2 different locations and they insta-rejected me from one, and the very same day they got me an interview on the other one. Like, it was the exact same job, just slightly different parts of the city. So I was like, and they gave me the interview of being like, yeah, we just don't think your experience fits this position. And on the interview with the talent acquisition woman, I was like, yeah, it's funny that you guys actually rejected a different app. And she's like, really? And then she looked at it, she's like, yeah, honestly, I don't know why. Because like we like what you bring, so I was like, okay, well that's kind of funny. But it made me feel a little bit better because this is like a pretty decently sized company, so it made me feel nice that I'm like, oh, so every company kind of has BS rejections, kind of in a way like confirmed in a comforting way that sometimes it's not you, it really is just like the company is just arbitrarily like saying yes or no sometimes. Ooh. We're gonna steal that. Get that, Danny? How you been, Dijon? Oh, boy. Okay, we're fine. We're good. We're fine. Bonk. Danny, you gotta touch that. Nice. You don't got that. I really like that touch. I really like that touch, Jenny. That actually almost worked. That was really funny. He didn't go. No, horrible spawn, dude. I literally facilitated his air dribble. That's crazy. Just missed my musty. Way home from a funeral. Ah, I'm sorry to hear that. It's a late funeral. Well, if it's like one of those celebration of life ones, then I guess that makes sense. I've been to one of the, or two of those funerals, and that's like, you're basically partying or together until like the wee hours. Well, I guess for you it's 9. Didn't get the contact I was hoping for. A soldier? Well, hopefully you were able to see some people. Give each other a little comfort. What rank is this? Lower than what we normally are, but it's a GC2. Love it when I miss a boost, by the way. Teammate, you got that? Ah, he does not have any boost to get it. You got that, though. Nice. Yeah, we're trying to get back up to GC3 SSL, but we are also derusting. Danny's like a very interesting player because he doesn't want to leave the ball, but the problem is he's not also challenging it either. So it's like kind of hard to like know like what avenue I can like cut in and take his spot. Actually, I have the reset. What the heck? It's kind of cooking on that. I was hoping Floato would be over aggressive on that. Ah! Have the old unit so sick. I haven't seen those bats in ages. That is nice. No! He touched that a little bit more softly than I thought he would. Oh, close one. Taken away. I'm gonna fake that. And then roll around him. And then, wanted to roll up so he'd force to come to me. I don't mind that, Danny. I think he was thinking I was going for a pass there. I'm gonna have that a sidewall because it's a much harder read for never mind. Uh-oh. All right. Just going for a 50. Oh, no. I should have actually hit that with power. I'll give that to you. Another thing in this rank I will never understand. Like, I know we're down and it's 18 seconds, but like, if we just played the rebound instead of trying to dunk the guy on the near side from like a 0 angle, like, I don't know, man. Just feels like there's a higher percentage play to be made there. I didn't get the 50 I was looking for. Oh well. Oh. Oh. Well, that was on me. I was rotating near side. I was like hoping he was gonna clear that a bit higher. I could have just gone immediately, but I was like, I don't really want to touch that unless I have a good lead up. Other guy was smart. He didn't even pay attention to the ball. He just bumped me. Yeah, Danny's a very classic twos player who plays. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he's a ones main. He's a guy who just kind of like, you can tell he really wants to be on the ball. The thing is, if you're on the ball a lot, you need to be able to force open a play by getting 50s or by stealing boosts or by taking a solo play and then being able to recover fast. But if you're not doing that, then you're kind of just slowing everything down in a way that I don't think he realizes. Because if you're just like driving or if you're just around the ball, that was the luckiest thing. There's absolutely no way he meant to do that. If you're just driving around the ball and not taking clean 50s, you're kind of wasting both of our times. Oh. Both our times? Both our time? And does everyone have the same time? That's fine. Kata? I try to keep that near post, hoping he would try to jump in front of that. Huds is pretty smart, I'm not gonna lie. Get down. Nice. Cat, you got that? Ay, caramba. Oh, I missed all my pads. Not gonna lie, I was not paying attention. I was thinking like I had 20 in the boost there, so I was like, it's fine. Pretty easy touch. We'll be in the same time zone soon. I'll be interstate starting July until November. We're in Texas. Or I guess you, oh, never mind, you said state. I thought you just meant central time. Oh boy. Oh, he didn't try to turn on that? Interesting. Hud's a very good player, and it's kind of irritating how hard he's carrying his teammates. Teammate? No, they're playing together, okay. Austin, Dallas? Hey. Well, I'm in Dallas. Oh. Can't play with 2 and 2s? I do not play with anybody I do not know, Charlie. Bar down? Oh, good save. Flick. The other greater evil was vanquished today. Yeah, I literally made a tweet about that. I was like, Arsenal playing, yeah, parking the bus and losing, and then Shy losing. I'm not gonna lie, the OKC crowd yelling flopper at Wemby was legitimately the most like insane attempt at a clapback I've ever seen in my life. Haha, see, he's flopped too. No, buddy. We're not playing that. These are not equivalent arguments. I will admit I did not see the foul live, so I don't know how egregious it was, but like it was also kind of blatant that Tarico said, I love Mike Tarico, but sometimes he's got to be a little more careful about how he phrases things. Because he says, Wemby goes up and gets contact, and he sells it, and that's 2. I'm like, what do you mean sells it? What do you mean sells it? It's like, dude, Shay just, his whole bag is pump fake and jump headfirst into the guy in front of him. Foul, 2 to line. Like, oh, okay, buddy. There it is. Let's go. Off the kickoff. How you doing, prof? No! Oh, you got the save. Nope! Okay, well. Mike adding to it when he's viewed as infallible? I didn't catch that. Yes, was watching on mute. I think, honestly, it's rough because the commentators are... I think the players have been specifically told that they have to kind of like not draw too much attention to it, because I know Silver. I actually don't understand why Silver doesn't want to change the rules. Because for me, like, I don't mind giving fouls for that type of stuff, but I think ultimately unnatural shooting position is like the whole reason we started having this conversation, because of Harden back in the day. Used to do that. He would jump headfirst into a player. And it's like, again, chat, if you could show me an actual footage of a player making an uncontested 3 in which he jumps forward or to the side, then I'll give you actually $50. Like, no one's natural shooting motion is jumping forward. And you know it's blatant because people are like, oh, it's just a propaganda or whatever against a popular player. And I'm like, I don't know, man. There's like Chinese fans making TikToks about how Shea kind of just dives into players. And I think the biggest tragedy of it all is it's not like he's a bad player. It's like Harden. Harden is like an insanely good offensive juggernaut, and same with Shea. So the fact that people act like we're just doing it because we hate on OKC. It's like, no, it's a shame because he's actually a really good player. Like, no one denies that SGC is like an insanely talented shooter, especially in the mid-range. It's the fact that he genuinely don't be having to do that. Flick, 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 nice. Flick, teammate! Hey, Marsha. Yeah, Arsenal putting in an absolute horrific, what's the opposite of clinic? But yeah, that was a yike PK set. Missing 2 off target is the worst way to lose. I think if you lose being getting saved, that happens. Keeper Regia, they guessed right, got a good reaction, whatever. But if you're not even hitting the target, man, I don't know. I'm an Arsenal fan, RIP. Yeah, you got the PL at least. Are Spurs relegated or not? Or yet? Ah! Sad. Eze's pissed me off though, because I've literally always hated when players take like 17 feints and all those fire like quick step like approaches. I've always thought that was such a useless approach. Thank you for smelling what I'm cooking, teammate. Bro, bar for bar! That's stealing my flow. I should be in Lake Highlands, a place called Elm or something like that for work. Oh, Elm, okay. You should go to Deep Elm. That's an incredibly good bar and restaurant space. Are you traveling by yourself or your wife coming with you? Wait, what am I saying? Yeah, is your whole family nomadic whenever you go for work? Yeah, Elm is a cool place. Because I was about to say, I'm like, there's a crazy good JB barbecue place in Elm, so you should go check that out. But I'm like, eh. Well, with the huge wide swing of run-ups and then the tippy taps to miss the frame. Yeah, I mean, you got to put it on frame at the very least. But also, I will say Arsenal, like, I understand why they're playing PSG that way, but it's just so hard to root for a team that's parking the bus. They scored in the 6th minute, and then they were like, all right, guys, we're stacking 10 players inside 25 yards. And you're like, I don't know, man. And the commentators were complimenting them, like, their defensive structure is excellent. And I'm like, I mean, I guess, like, yeah, they're doing what they're accomplishing, but, like, that's not healthy for the game, man. At the end of the first half, they had, like, 30 passes attempted in the entirety of the first half. I was like, oh, God. Unless you're a PSG fan, then you have no way to talk. Atletico done it for years, but no one will talk about it. Everyone talks. What? Every team gets called out for parking the bus. The only actual thing that's mind-blowing to me is how much Real Madrid has completely exploded as a club. We got players fighting. You have people looking at Xabi Alonso and not respecting him. Like one of the best players, and that's really saying something, in an era of insanely good Spanish players that we've had internationally, and players aren't respecting him as a manager is insane. Bro had a better career than some of these players will ever have, and they're acting like, yeah, whatever, what do you know, you bum. Oh, wow, great save by me. I was approaching that really lackluster. I would want to talk about, is it Madrid? Yeah, hi, Salah. I'm sorry, but Mbappe might be a flop. I've lost a lot of respect for how he plays lately. Then again, I do wonder if he transfers, if he's going to start playing better. I thought it was pretty yike when he... There's a really funny video of him getting pissed off that someone didn't switch the ball to him, and then they advanced the attack anyway, but Mbappe gave up on the play and started walking around in midfield, and then they crossed it into his spot on the attack from the far wing, and he wasn't there, because he didn't get up the field, and then it went out for like a throw-in or something. And I was like, damn, that's actually insane slander video. But it's not even slander, it's just objectively like what happened on the play. Oh, that was such a sweet touch. Boop, good pass. Arsenal got punished for the season's worth of time wasting. I'm not gonna lie, that corner though was pretty hilarious. They take a throw in, they change it 3 different times, and they kind of time waste. And then they get a corner kick, and then they take like 30 seconds at the end of stoppage time to take it. And eventually the ref, I don't even blame him for being like, all right, buddy, yeah, get out. Like, you gotta hustle a little bit. If he at least like slow jogged up to that corner, I think they would have been able to take it. Man. I was actually very happy to see that one from refs. I always hate it when players just kind of act like the timer doesn't really matter and they're just walking over. And the guy's like, buddy, like there's no more time. I don't know why you're acting like there is. Have one time waste. But the thing is, it's 6 minutes. You're trying to rush to take a corner. You're first of the game and you don't rush to take it? I would say it was almost entirely urgency. Like, Arsenal just didn't want to go for it, and that's, I think, why the ref called it. They're like, buddy, if you're not going to rush, then I'm not going to give it to you. I think refs typically, if you're actively on the rush and trying to get over to the play and make it happen, they'll give it to you. Okay. I tried to land on him. If Chelsea would have done it, what do you mean? If any team didn't, I don't know. That's a victim mentality. That's crazy. If another team did that, they would have gotten to take it. No, any team that was walking to the corner and taking 45 seconds to actually put it in play would have gotten their whistle called as well. Like, it was at 6 minutes exactly when the corner got awarded, and Saka's like walking to the corner. I'm like, buddy, let's go. Honestly, I literally went like, yeah, no, it's like, I didn't even hate Arsenal. I just thought that was such a weak moment. I'm like, buddy, you've been parking the bus for the whole half and you're thinking you're going to get that corner as well? I wasn't talking about the corner. Oh, you're talking about the parking the bus? Or change the way they play right now? Again, like, if it works, it works. It's just one of those things where it's just ugly football. Like, I don't enjoy watching a team feed possession away immediately in the midfield, get 3 passes, and then immediately it's right back into possession, and then feed passes again, and it's right back into possession out of the other team. That's wide. Remember me? Hello, yellow. If you're the same yellow, then sure, but there's many yellows. Yo, teammate. Never mind. I wanted him to dime me on the backboard. Ooh, private, I really like that approach. Uh-oh. Nope! No, dude! I needed to grab my pads. Honestly, I did not think that teammate would hit it right into him and get dunked. I thought he would try to, like, power that through or something. I'm really lost what is being commented on here, Marsha. Sixaga didn't finesse it. Top bins, penalty for Madrid. I'm not really sure what happened there. What? I'm surprised more Arsenal fans weren't upset about that PK no call. I didn't think it was definitive enough to give a PK, but I definitely was like, when I saw it live, I was like, We've lost the plot. Yeah, I have zero idea what people are referring to in chat right now. Then again, we got a Twitch chatter and a YouTube chatter both talking about Madrid and whatnot, so it's hard to know, like, are you guys talking to each other? Oh, wow, he came right off the blind spot of my screen. Also, I apologize because I'm doing my frame rate graph, so you guys on Twitch actually don't have the ability to see what YouTube chat is saying, so let me turn that off, actually. We're getting farm, buddy. Wrap it up. Because Twitch can't actually see what you guys are saying. Talk about competing on set pieces with goalkeeper interference and holding defenders off ball. I'm not gonna lie, that's just a part of soccer. Like that has literally been a part of like every level of soccer for as well. Like every goalkeeper gets impeded, every defender gets held. It's like the NFL, like every single play has holding. It's just about how blatant it is. Again, like if Arsenal just played a game and parked the bus in the last 15 minutes, I wouldn't have minded. But if the fact that they committed to it from like the 10th minute was where I kind of was like, I need this team to lose. Your recent video was really good. Thank you, Bob. Yeah, I've been putting a lot of effort into those. I'm trying to keep up a decent pace of uploads. I don't know how long this next one's going to take. I'm kind of indecisive on my third one because I don't 100% know what I want it to be about yet. I have like the general idea. Yeah, Taco, I love the vids. Thank you. Yeah, we have a new one out, by the way, exclamation point new vid, if you guys are, or exclamation point video, if you guys are on Twitch. That'll take you to my newest one. But yeah, the response has been really good to them. I've gotten a lot of people saying like, this is exactly the content I want. It's really funny. It's really informative. It's like a good pacing and editing. So I'm like, good, because that's some content I've been wanting to make for forever. The major one? I watched it already. Well, then watch it again. No, thank you. But yeah, I've been really enjoying that content. Now it's just about trying to figure out my next episodes, because I have a couple ideas, but I'm like, kind of went back and forth about it a little bit. I'm also trying to figure out what type of things people really respond to, because my first video was about the Falcons and kind of recapping their season and breaking down why they might be struggling. Not too much, but just kind of giving an insight into it. Because I want the videos to be like shallow to medium analysis, not really getting bogged down on hyper specifics, and then it being other humorous the rest of the way. So it's like a fun way to recap things. So the Falcons video got a lot of traction. My next one about majors, about kind of the formatting and whatnot, it has a decent amount of dislikes on it. I don't know if that's people from the region or people thought maybe they just don't like my argument or whatever. I don't know. But either way, decent by, I mean like 4.5% of my people interacting with the like button are disliking it. So I'm like, that's what I view as like a few amount. Usually I think most of my videos are around 97% or up. So seeing it at like 96.5 or whatever, I was like, wait a minute. Or 95.5, I was like, wait a minute. Oh, I just go nighty night. Yeah, it's they're pretty quick bites. CRL format be the same as spring format? I don't know, man. Just like RLCS casters, we do not know anything about format until they tell us. I'm just hoping Epic doesn't cancel CRL. I'm hoping we get an announcement at Worlds again. We got a full ass video last time. That was also because it was CRL was like back. It wasn't like just one thing. I hope not. That would be frickin' hilarious. Marsha finally goes to college and then CRL just gets canceled again. Luckily, I'll have other leagues, just not the league to play quals in. Yeah, Cumberland's an interesting one. Columbia actually recruited Kamikaze, and he's insane. And then he transferred to Cumberland, so I was like, oh damn. For Columbia, they finally got a decent third again, and then they were immediately challenging for like, I think they made semifinals of Play versus College League or something like that. So I'm like, damn. But Cumberland's also super good. Night Polar and Hotshot was really solid. I'm gonna guess Hotshot's probably gonna get the bench, but who knows? I actually don't know how many years Polar has in it either remaining. Nice. Zero tags for league player only championship. If you make league play, get him. So just gotta get top 16 in the nation, buddy. Boop. Also, hello, Stephanie Glover on YouTube. Just need a good bracket. I'm on the seating committee, so I'll just slip me a 50 and I'll rank you guys number 1. Ah, I should have jumped. Okay, I thought he was about to full commit. I'm like, buddy, you were not getting there first. 50 V-Bucks? No. I saw the V in there. Another? Oh, I thought he was about to own goal again. Crazy spawn, by the way. Ooh. Okay, I got both. That's all that matters. Was last time CRL drops were thing? Well, it's funny because like CRL, well, if you mean like drops as in like centered around CRL, they've never. But we had drops on some broadcasts. The thing is, Epic doesn't really give a crap about CRL in the same way. I think that they think of it. Okay, I don't want to be mean towards Epic. I like Epic a lot. They're doing a lot of good stuff. But the esports team views CRL as kind of like a thing that is kind of like hands off. Like they trust other teams to handle it. They're all focused on the main product, obviously, in Rocket League. I think that's a mistake because I think you're leaving out a huge audience segment that would love CRL if they just knew about it. But you know, the Twitter isn't allowed to post that much about it. We get drops on CRL days, but then when the CRL broadcast begins, the drop ends. So it's just like it's on the official Rocket League channel. It's not like we're asking for my community CRL league, give me drops. Like it's very clearly like a product from Epic. So some days we get drops and some days we don't. What a surprise! When we get drops, we're getting like, I don't know, 20K max like viewers, which is pretty solid considering it's not pro level, entirely pros. I'm gonna go to bed. See ya, Musa. What if we just contact? Bang! Aw. Yes, we love a player playing slow and not having to hit the ball until he absolutely has to. And we dunk that. Nice. I'll add a little spook to the narrative. I've been doing more general esports cycles all Northern Ireland. One surprisingly, college has been dragging their feet because they don't know if CRL will be a thing. I think they're wrong, but it's pretty surprising how to get the spook with their conference involvement. Well, that's also the issue because CRL got canceled for no reason, and by no reason, my theory is still that that was the same season that ESL and Blast did their handoff, and by handoff I mean Epic kind of backstabbed ESL, and so therefore they canceled the World Championship LAN, and then they were like, oh, wait, and then they realized they were not able to get anything together because of that, and so I think it just kind of screwed everyone over time, that Blast deal. There's like, Blast has done a really good job in many, many, many ways, but I will say their initial handoff has had such a cascade because ESL was willing to put money into a women's or Rocket League league, like AKA like ESL Impact for CS, but for Rocket League. That was like a very much in the works, but then when ESL didn't get the RLCS broadcast license, they literally just said, nope, never mind. It's also why they're hint hint. There's never been a Rocket League LAN event at a DreamHack that isn't basically created by someone else. Like TJ has been able to make DreamHack Atlanta one thing, his CRL Invitational, but they only give like a budget of like 3K for that or something. Ethan. Teammate betting on that one is pretty cringe, considering he can watch me go for it. But that's okay. I had a surreal experience going on States for Serial because I was literally watching Serial after school when I was like 13 or 14. That's what I'm saying. It's a fun time. But yeah, that's the issue that a lot of teams are, Prof. I do know, I was talking with the Baylor guys, and they're saying that there actually is, like, he's been talking with a lot of other big schools in their conferences, and these, like, big traditional schools are actually 100% ready to go in the fall. I heard some whispers actually about a very big school that's adding scholarships soon, so I'm like, hell yeah, dude. Really solid roster, though. He still won't leak. Crazy. Whoa, that's your peak. Oh, I was going to pinch that. What? Did Buddy just pursue me? Why are you like this, teammate? Oh. There's one banger signing we were supposed to announce on Champ League, but unfortunately, everyone in Champ League is going through a lot of life stuff right now. Good life stuff, by the way, but so they've not been able to actually show up for an episode. I might check if we can still make a post about it at the very least, or at least like a little interview about it, because they're pretty insane signings, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, they reached out to us and be like, yo, can we announce this on Champ League? And I was like, hell yeah, you can, but we just couldn't find a time. Announce me on Champ League. Honestly, we do that in the beginning of the semester. We mention like, hey, I wish we had summer. Honestly, I wish we had summer series. That was such a cool thing that Psionics helped us promote. Give us like a 20K budget to do broadcasts for the summer. Basically, literally CRL, but in the summer. As like a league where incoming freshmen, even if they're not enrolled yet, are able to play. Great way to like preview squads and everything. You know, I'll hear that frickin' wall dash behind me. Dude, who is this guy? He's fast as hell. Uh-oh, Sandro, you dove at nothing. Ah, I tried to dunk potentially. You are not getting that through, holy. Always scares me a little bit when teammates are like very clearly like in a precarious situation and then they decide to like chuck it even further into a precarious situation. I'm like, I'm gonna rush this. This game spiritually feels like we're losing. I don't know why. I think it's just because Sandro is. I've had a very rough time playing with him historically. I don't have to bet. Oh, watch the videos and sprinkle in a few Eze and Gabriel pens to have a good chance. All right, see it, Prof. See it. Been a biggest signing for fall, the ones that we haven't been able to announce yet. I'd say Kazi to Cumberland actually does make them really good again. Kazi was playing out of his mind for Columbia, so definitely a cool like newcomer type signing. All right, good scoop. W scoop even. Ah! Okay. Anyone replacing Daunt on WVU? Yeah, they have Devo. DVO. Hey, BK, what's going on? Young Goat Devo, which I think is going to be a little tough. People claim like Daunt is like, well, I mean, Daunt is just blah, blah, blah. Like, bro, when he's playing with one, he was popping off. Pause with the 78-month tier 2 actual insanity, dude. How you doing, friend? How is it in Quebec? It is cold. Sad. One of the best ever in CRL. Well, the thing is like he was playing behind Angel and Tool because they were such longtime friends. But like Cosmic, Gyro, and Daunt, such an insanely good roster. I legitimately saw a world in which they could have won nationals if they just locked in a little bit. But unfortunately, Maryville exists, so. Yeah, people forget like how good Daunt is as a player. Like he was always in making top 16s in RLCS, and then being able to play with Royales and Justice was really solid as well from him. So just a very good player overall, and I think people forget that, especially because he has a rank X. So you're like, he's solid. How you doing? Pretty good. You got a second interview for a job on Tuesday. I kind of thought Sandra was going to follow that. I don't know why I ever thought that. Weird recruiting class, not a lot of top talent. Yeah, I mean, there's one. We got contacted to announce on Champ League. I don't know if we're ever going to do that because unfortunately the Champ League crew is not available to do streams. But yeah, there's two very big signings for one school that are coming up in the background. But other than that, I've not seen it much. There's also Ashland or whatever that keeps like adding every single CRL coverage. And they're like, oh, we got something big. And I'm like, dude, I swear to God, if this signing is just like a rank B+ team, like, I know you want to hype up your squad, but please stop adding us colleague and collegiate exclusive or whatever just to announce players that are not even going to make it to like round 3 of quals. Snowy, what's going on? It's probably some people. That's kind of what I'm thinking. If they actually pull out like a rank X, a rank A team, I'm going to be pretty blown away. Because it's a small school, which doesn't necessarily mean it's impossible. I was such a freaking bot. Quote of the day? I don't know. We haven't had too many quotes. They do online though, and that kind of helps. Whoa. Okay. Hey, Rizzy. GG. Easy to get people. Yeah, I don't know, man. I kind of am just waiting for that day because I've been chatting with people, and they're saying that there's a couple big schools that are actually like they've seen. I don't think people understand like Ball State, WVU, Ole Miss. All those schools are really good. Momentum building universities to show like, hey, see, you can have a successful roster and you can have a successful thing and it doesn't actually kill your budget like a traditional sport. So maybe fund it a little bit. Like it's something kind of cool. Like, you know, offer scholarships. It's not cringe. It's not niche. It's something that big universities do. Talk with Adam Stanley at Baylor. Apparently people have been looking at Baylor in that way more and more. Like these big ass schools in their conferences are starting to look at them. I've heard whispers about Texas Tech. I've heard whispers about TCU. Great save. Starting to be like a lot more like, oh, really? You guys have esports? And starting to like join in like committees to explore like the expansion of esports at that level. And I love that. Huge fan of that. And that's why I don't have favorites in CRL, but I do root for the Akrons, the Ball States, the West Virginias a lot because I want teams to succeed. I want to see the best ones, but ultimately for the ecosystem of CRL, it is objectively good that big universities succeed. That's where you jump. This man is... Oof. Like, it's also just very telling because people will tune into CRL and be like, Northwood Maryville, and they're like, I don't know who those are. But when they tune in and see West Virginia versus Ball State, they're like, wait a minute, is this collegiate? And they get all hyped immediately. Or I literally was broadcasting a CRL game off stream of it. It was at Kennesaw. And someone was like, wait, Kennesaw State, I live right next to there. Holy crap. Well, now I'm a fan. And it's like, see? That's something trad esports, like the pro level, can never do, is get regional fandom. That's the one thing that collegiate esports has in spades that like franchising tries to capture and just can't always do. I'm excited for U6. Yes, I am very much excited for that. It's going to take a fat minute to get here, but Nate special for us also. I mean, big D1s in our rival Akron. Exactly. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, being able to have those types of universities on a big stage and be able to authentically claim that they're winning nationally representative tournaments is just gorgeous. Love that for the marketing of CRL. Which is why it's kind of irritating that Epic just gives CRL like an afterthought, like doesn't give us drops. They don't give us the button sometimes in the game, aka like when a RLCS event's live, sometimes you'll see like live now in the main menu, which gives a lot of viewers. That is just as important as drops sometimes. And beyond that, CRL is just like such a good product. People need to understand that, like, it's funny how like people will watch college football even though it's not as good as the NFL, and yet the same exact concept applies for CRL, and people are like, why would I ever watch this? It's like, huh? Like, buddy, because people think these are like freaking champs when in reality it's like a rank X lobby at the highest level. Like, buddy, you're actually acting like these players aren't insane. That's hilarious, I'm not gonna lie. So it's going to get better. Yes, it will. I think, honestly, last semester showed that Epic's really listening. That's why I'm kind of enthusiastic for this fall. Honestly, the only thing I'm hoping for is a better budget. I love CRL, but I am getting to the point where I kind of want to start negotiating with Epic because we are insanely underpaid for what we're doing. I think it'd be one thing if we were all like amateur casters, but like we're not. I think the CRL broadcast is super high quality. And we actually make less prod errors than the RLCS stream. Cough, cough, cough. Or fewer prod errors, rather. Alright, just want to tap that over him. With the proceeding content, yep. CRL just doesn't have the marketing power yet because it doesn't get presented as like the top tier product it is. Like the broadcast is good, the casting is good, the players and teams are good. Like it's why I really want Epic to treat it more seriously. Like it shouldn't be viewed as like a, yeah, whatever. It's just funny how we just don't post about it. Like social media actively doesn't. And I will say it's because chat just has this immature.
On a break right now?
Is CRL on a break right now? Well, yeah, it's between semesters. So no, I don't know if you're from North America, but colleges do semesters typically, like 2 semesters. So for fall and spring, so it starts in August and ends in like December-ish, and then it starts up in January, late January, and goes until around May. So it's on a break until at least August. Well, honestly, not even that. We started pretty late. I think school semester starts in August, and then that's no way that's in. I mean, bad touch by me, but still. Hold on. There is no way that is posted in. That was like 80% out of the goal, and it somehow curves in on that. I call tomfoolery on that, I'm not gonna lie. Bonk. Teammate doesn't want me to be happy, it's crazy. I was going way too fast for the touch I wanted there. Does he know I don't have boost? He does. That's fine. Bruh, you saved it into your teammate, cringe. Oh, we're winning. I'm getting out of your way. Nice. I'm like, I don't think they're getting that. I usually only watch CRL. I know if it's on. Well, that's the thing is like, also, I'm just saying, I'm just gonna say, the one thing I really cannot stand, and why I know that Epic isn't caring about the cross marketing of CRL with RLCS, is because there will be Championship Sunday of CRL or of RLCS going on in NA or whatever, or EU, either way. And we'll have a CRL broadcast at 7 p.m. of the same day on the same channel. And the RLCS crew doesn't have it in their run of show to end the show with, and that's going to do it for NA Open 6 for, you know, the RLCS season. We know who's going to the major, but there's more like action going on in Rocket League. Tune in at 7 p.m. Eastern time, and that's the collegiate Rocket League thing over with our crew with blah, blah, blah. And that's like all it takes. Just shout it out, and they don't. And I'm like, why? It takes 5 seconds to put up a little banner like, hey, CRL's on. Like, I just don't know why they don't do it. It's like, why do you want to not promote your own product? And that's what ticks me off. It's like, it's viewed as like RLCS is its own project and CRL is its own project. Like, no, they're both part of RL esports. Like, why are we acting like we don't need to pay one attention? Aren't there CRL players that are RLCS players? Yes. Not many, but there are a few. Got Garrett G now in collegiate, trying to get a degree now that his pro career is done. Ooh, good save. Not gonna lie, Dallas, you threaded a needle. I did not think it was possible to thread. My bad. What is... Bro, these touches are actually absurd. Get that. Made one top 16. That's the main reason I think I don't like the idea that people are like, pro shouldn't be allowed. Because I'm like, well, what is a pro? Genuinely. Like, I mean that 100% genuinely. Like, what is a pro player? Because if it's anyone on an org, okay. But does that mean... the thing that I hate about the legislation of it all is it basically forces people to be like, either you fully commit to being an RLCS or you fully commit to being in CRL and no in between. So if you're a very good CRL player, then theoretically you'd be good enough, like a rank X player, to play in RLCS. But nope, sorry, not allowed. Because if you're too good, then you're not allowed. But if you're a player, like imagine if Daniel never went to the RLCS and just went to college. Would it be fair that he never went pro? Like, that's what I mean. Like, you're basically telling people, if you want to be in CRL, the best collegiate players in the world, you can't be too good, because that wouldn't be fair. It's like, how dare they practice the game a lot and be good? Like, that's where I can't really stand it. It's not like these players are like high schoolers playing against jacked NFL caliber players who are like 3% body fat. But that's the thing is, like, I don't like the idea. Because the thing is, if you're Beast Mode or Daniel, like, making the decision to go to pro may not be that big of a deal because you have a good roster. You can have, like, org offers to pay your bills. But asking, like, the average rank X player to go pro is such an insanely high risk, like, decision. Like, financially, how are you affording to do that? Yeah, you might be able to live at home, but, like, what's your income? It's not like you're winning enough money to make 30K a year in prizing. So I just find it irritating because it's like, it's just a waste of time to try to restrict that. And also, I don't think really the top pros who have like $1 million of earnings and 10 years of org income are really the ones that are ever going to go there. Like Garrett earned a decent amount of money, but he wasn't like, not necessarily enough that he can, I would say, comfortably retire on. So I don't blame him for getting a degree. Now, I don't really know where his future's leading in that way, but I like it. Guys, it's not that hard. Main menus. Go to your friends, press R2, and then there's a name next to your PFP. That is what you send for a friend request. I don't know why this is taking 90 messages between my YouTube chat. Back past house? I want to bump him. That's fine. I was a little late on that. I was trying to calculate like how fast do I need to go for that, but honestly, if I just went immediately and beat him, that would have been fine. That's okay. That was me playing finesse. I really shouldn't have to do that. There you go. That was a really lazy cup, but the guy stood still, so I was like, I think I can bump him. I've had 4 or 5 directors message me in the past couple weeks asking if there's any more RL talent, one of the weirder classes for me. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm looking around, and I'm honestly, that's the thing why I kind of just want to start tweeting out and be like, yo, who is a junior or senior right now looking for collegiate Rocket League opportunities? Because I genuinely don't know anymore. People used to tweet it out like LF, CRL, or whatever, but not as much anymore. There's a Mexican player who just tweeted out they want to go, and they're like a rank A, rank X player, so I was like, oh, okay. Forget who that was, though. They just tweeted today. But I think that was for, like, next semester. Holy. Garrett, thank you for the 20. How you doing, friend? Holy.
Call me emoji. Call me emoji.
That's called the call me emoji. Hi, Garrett. Thanks so much. And also, hilariously, we get to put our donut goal at 20 because we have technically not met it. Call me emoji. Call me emoji. Weird touch from them. This is the weird rank. JC2 is just a lot of yikes. Oh, Chad, I just realized I have cookie dough ice cream I bought the other day. That was so clutch of me, dude. I haven't bought desserts in like weeks, so I'm like a little like out of it. But I was just thinking to myself, man, that would have been great if I could like have a dessert. And then I realized, oh, like I do have a dessert. Great feeling when you're able to rescue the night like that. Hopefully you're doing well, Garrett. Oh my god, guys, we're playing with Justin in a Takumi. Cringe. Almost C3. Let's go, Kulos. All right. Why did I flip? Oh, I didn't cut that more aggressively. There we go. Nice fake. Oh, I enjoy my gold plat rank where you don't know if the opponent will actually hit the ball whiff. Not fun. I could have stylized that more. I was considering turning in 270-degree drift, turning into the hit. I think that would have been way more of an aura gamble, chat. Oh, didn't even say it. Second guy. All right, that's fine. I got in the way enough. Man, I wanted to go for the Cuxer and I just absolutely hit that in the worst possible way. My bad. That catch was horrible. I shouldn't have jumped. I'm excited for the new season. Hopefully with UE6. Guys, UE6 is not coming out next season. Do not think that way. UE6 is still so far away. They're just announcing their intention to bring it to there. UE6 based on like press releases is like coming out in like 2028, I think. But because Epic is announcing it with Rocket League, we might get it slightly earlier. Maybe before like the industry-wide release, you know? But just beware. There's a lot to be enthusiastic with though, because Epic chose Rocket League, not Fortnite, as the announcement game for this. Because apparently that announcement was UE6's official announcement as a game engine. It wasn't like, oh, UE6 coming to Rocket League, just like it's coming to everything else. Like, it was like, no. People were not aware that UE6 was being announced until at that moment. That's why it's such a big deal. I think a boost timer change. I mean, I don't really notice it that much. There's some times where like it is, I think it does dictate whether or not I will stay on a play sometimes, because it's like, I have to wait like 1 millisecond for this boost. I'll just wait it out. Bad touch, that's fine. Nice teammate. But yeah, new season is not gonna have UE6. I'm gonna guess maybe UE6 is gonna come maybe honestly after next season, I think would probably be UE6. Because you can't introduce in the middle of the season, that would corrupt everything. Oh, I saw him keep going near post. I'm like, can I sneak that near side? Oh, you got it? I should have trusted he didn't have it. Cringe. If you guys are, one of you guys asked if you're on a PS5 or not. I'm just gonna step in Declan and Ethan. I don't know if you guys have never invited anyone to your party, but if you have cross-platform off, you can't queue with people on a different platform. So if one of you is on a PS5 or whatever and the other one's on PC, you're not gonna be able to play together unless you turn that on. It'll literally be in like the opening of settings though, so you literally just have to open your settings and check that box. Teammate says on your right. That's a way harder direction to win it in, but okay. How much you think the game will be in files? No, I have no idea, dude. I've never been one to estimate that stuff. I don't really care, to be honest, as long as it's not like 150 gigs. Some of these unoptimized as hell games are so insanely cringy that we're allowing that anymore. Like installing a game and like having 100 gigabits of it, like being like basically textures is so insulting. Like really no compression like added to that. Oop. Dude. Do not mention your age, Declan. Do not say it. Ethan, do not say it. All right. You small children should not be mentioning your age online. God damn it, dude! That wasn't even in. I just didn't expect him to throw it right at me. I was like, really? You're not gonna try to lob that at all? You just threw it away? Super cringe. I didn't know. I just don't want minors to say their age, so I don't really want people to have that. It's kind of just a rule of the internet that I try to abide by. man, we just actually lost that game. Holy. Oh. How you doing, Jordan? If you guys want to talk about how old you are and relate off that, didn't do it in the games that you guys are playing off stream or something. But even then, if you're doing that and people are asking you a lot of personal questions, especially if they're a stranger online, you should not answer them. Aye, bummy. Buddy, why are you turning upfield? Sad. You're banned from matchmaking for 35 minutes? Sounds like you got reported for being a doo-doo head. Or you just abandoned too many times. Why would you, God, this is the one thing I constantly do in this rank, and I do not know why. Like, I complain all the time, like, no one thinks in these games, they just ape challenge everything. And then I literally watch in a situation where I'm like, man, the worst possible decision this guy would do is ape challenge this. And then he does it. And I'm like, why didn't I not anticipate that? Why do I do that? Why do I think, nah, he's gonna be smarter than that. He won't ape chow that as last back. He won't ape chow that as last man back. I'm such a fucking idiot, dude. Get me out. Get me out. This might be our last game, chat. I'm raging myself off the game right now. I'm also getting really hungry, so I need to go eat. Hey, Kill, this is GC2. I'm used to playing a fair bit higher, so it's just a little weird playing in a rank. We're trying to de-rust. We've been very low hours for a while. So I've been getting frustrated with GC2 because the decision making is all over the place in this rank, and it's very hard to know how to play these guys. Okay, good save, easy goal, nice. If you abandon over and over, it'll extend your matchmaking times. I actually don't know what it is. I think it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and do they give 30? If you abandon 3 times in one day, then holy crap, dude. Maybe you just don't have to play the game. I abandoned maybe once a day. Please roll. Eh, could have been a cleaner touch. Oh, you just stood there. Interesting. Haven't seen you in ranked a bit. I mean, I don't know what rank you're at with what game mode, but I also have kind of changed the time I've been playing queues lately, so. Sorry. I thought you were rolling it to me. I didn't realize you didn't see me literally standing there in line for the pass, but my bad, teammate, I guess. I didn't hear him. Usually 19-2s mid-high GC3 where you're at, right? No, again, I've taken so long off this game. When I do try to solo queue, it's pretty bad because I forget just how low ranked it is. GC2 2s is funny because like, this is about where most players stagnate pretty hard after they got boosted by bots. I've noticed, like I'm noticing a lot of players here who genuinely do not know how to play like a high level game. Like people who are like not knowing how to air dribble, they don't know how to, they don't fake chow, they just go for every read as fast as possible. And I'm like, this is how legitimately like a champ 1 plays. And so it's kind of like weird when you're in a GC2 match and you're like, well, as long as teammate doesn't do the worst thing possible, and then they do the worst thing possible and you're like, Or honestly, I'll play other teams like that. Like some guys will be able to hit like a double flip reset, but they then will be immediately missing like a sitter. Ooh. 1v1 me right now. I do not 1v1 randoms. Also, because 99.9999% of the time I wash you guys, and it's not really interesting for anyone. It's literally a no-win. If you win, then you guys clip it and go like, oh, look, I beat a streamer. And if I win, it's like, cool, I beat a plat or whatever, you know? If we do a viewer day and we do 1v1s, we can do that, but we're not. I'm not doing that randomly. Ah, good cut. Oh no, he's smart. Never mind. Oh. Okay. Nice. GC2 is monkey rank. It's not even, that's the thing. It's not even that it's like an ape rank. It's literally just the fact that people do not demonstrate the level of skill that I was used to. Like back in the day, I feel like when you got to GC2 and GC3, it was mostly just a decision make. It was mostly just like a consistency thing. Like when you got into GC2, you were getting into like, these are pretty decent players, like, and whatever. But I don't know what it is. I think it's just the amount of boosted like things or the bot thing. It has put so many accounts here that I have like looked up, hey, what's this account like? And it says, oh, they hit their peak 3 months ago. And ever since then, they have never had a positive session. I'm like, huh, very interesting that this player who has never been this rank since 3 months ago and has then lost a majority of their games ever since is this rank. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Noticing. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's way too many accounts that have zero business being up here. Or it's just a bunch of players that get like, and I will say I'm Pocket League Master. What the heck is that tag? Is that a tag you get from Sideswipe? Yeah, so my frustration is like triple fold. Like part of it is just because I'm like rusty. So that's one bit of it. But the other half is just the fact that like solo queuing is so tough because you basically have to solo carry. And because I'm rusty, it's really hard for me to do that. Like get every item in Sideswipe. Kind of hot. I like the color. It's like a blue background with orange font. Makes it stand out. Kind of lit. Reset. Ah, I had it, but I over-rotated. Flick. Ooh. That was such an inefficient chow by me or whatever. Yeah, I got nothing, so I'm just gonna hold it up. Nice stab, teammate. Oh, he still went? Interesting. Teammate? Nice pass. Bink. We'll take that! And yeah, my tag is still the greatest. I wish I had the one that glows. I think the RLCS analysts, their green tags glow. I want to have that. Or maybe that's just developers. Either way. I knew that was going to be happening, but I was thinking, maybe I can cut hard and avoid that. Oh, that was a not great contact by me. My bad. I didn't think you would get that weak of a reset. I thought he was just playing for a 50. Wow, he took that air dribble with 20 boost. Brave man. Thin line between bravery and stupidity, though. Good job, crate. Okay. I was like, I don't know if he has that reset. Yes, missed that 100. Cringe by me. All right. We're going to go just to hold that in. We can land and boop this. Can fake. Ooh. I like how teammate didn't smash as hard as possible off the backboard and make me have to rush back. Big fan of teammates who understand the flow of a game and they just have to play off of it. No. Man, if he didn't touch me, that actually would have been pretty clean. That was, I probably could have called off my teammate there and just said like, yo, leave, leave, leave. Ooh. I went for the direct path, not like the more evasive one. Good double. Close one. Nice. Well done, Create. Okay. I don't mind this guy. He's solid. I'm a big fan of any player who understands the pacing of twos. It doesn't have to always be breakneck. I'm a huge fan of that. Helps us keep pressure a lot easier. Oh. However, people will still ego chow you, so. That's fine. Noise. Crazy usually higher if he's the one I'm thinking of. Maybe. I don't know. I've been occasionally playing the occasional like rank A person like down in like 16, 17. So I'm like, I'm not sure what's going on here. It works. It's your peak rank somewhere in 2077. Nice, double. But he's solid. For some reason they're stuck in 1800. I don't know, man. Like it's I mean, if they're solo queuing, it happens. Like I think every player, no matter how good they are gonna go through a couple bits of like, man, this is really hard to advance because you're fundamentally having to deal with solo queue. Shout out Landon, love that man. Well, maybe if they are rank A players, they'd be higher. Oh, whoops. Miscalculated that one. That was bad read. All right, teammate, you had enough time. I would like to see your boost spawn. What happened here? You got demoed. Oh, okay, my brain was off. He demoed the guy. I would have not chowed if I knew that. Jump. Not touch I was looking for, that's fine. Nice. 802k depending on the week. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, for me, I don't think I'd be like, I'm not like a 2k player or anything. I just kind of wonder like at what point would I actually get topped out. I would like to improve, but like it's so hard because, and this is a hard like thing to explain to people, but like when you play in 1600, 1700 enough, you actively get worse because the way that you play in higher ranks, like an SSL, is instinctual. I'm gonna leave that. Oh, okay. So like you just react. You're like, oh, I need to go there. And then everyone else is like, oh, I got your ban. And then they react to you. So it's not really based on like a lot of chem you need or something. It's just everyone knows very effectively, okay, I can go on that. Okay, I'm gonna go on this. Okay, I'll leave that to you. Oh, I'm gonna adjust on that. Oh, okay, I'm gonna, recover on this, whatever. But in GC2, like they just don't have that. So you kind of have to like swallow your instinct a bit, which I hate. Like the amount of times you play a game and, all right, GG. The amount of time we play a game and it's legit like, I'll be playing a game and I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna go for this read. And then I go for a read. And then suddenly I look around and my opponents are nowhere to be found and my teammate is nowhere to be found in a position that it would make sense to me. Or like I'll win a 50 and I'll demo another guy and I'm like, okay, well, it's been about 10 seconds since my teammate rotated back. I'm gonna throw this middle because he'll have an easier shot. And I hit it and he's somehow behind me with no boost. And I'm like, what? Like, and I'm just like, that in no sense. If you gave me 10 guesses where my teammate was, that would have never been one of them. Wow, what a horrible touch, holy. I meant to put that a little bit further forward. Like, stuff like that is what really throws me off, is that it's like genuinely people do not know how to play at the game. It's like, have you ever, it's like half of game sense is just pattern rec, you know? Like, hey, I've seen this situation 9 million times. I should probably be in the middle. And then I'm watching the third highest rank in the game, players act like they've never been in this situation before. And that's what makes me wonder, like, how much of it is just like players who got boosted up here now are trying to like linger in this rank. Because I'm like, this is like a game sense thing. Like, I wouldn't be surprised on that by a champ, where they're just like, they're just so tunnel visioned and whatever that they're not actually able to focus on the play at hand or whatever, but. There's no respect. True. I didn't mean to roll like that. Oh, bonk. Ooh, what a catch. Oh my god, he's about to peek. Yeah, he's giving me that outside. I just need to buy in time. He's going to give me that boost too. Sweet. You're going to overtouch this. Because you got cocky! Ah, you still got 50 though. Teammate. You gotta get that shot off. You gotta get the shot off. Oh my god, I thought he was gonna walk in and get blocked. I was like, buddy, you got, like, I gave you the path. I gave you the path. You gotta go forward. I thought he was literally gonna just slow that down and let it roll. I was like, oh, jeez. That was a demo chase only because I knew that guy was rotating back and inevitably he has to turn inside to defend against my teammate who had a breakaway. So I was like, I'm just gonna let him go for that. He's gonna send that right back to me. Just kidding, liar. You turn on that? Okay. We're gonna jump over that. Not the best play there, but I didn't want to get demoed. I'm gonna chill down. Nice. He's gonna catch a block. I'm not gonna go for that. Grab pad, stay close. He's not gonna react to that. I need to slow it down because my teammate got demoed. I thought they were the one that got demoed there. Again, not a great touch. That's okay. Good block. Nice. Stay with it. Rotate out. Clash is going to give it away. Could be a goal if you're fast. Had to make sure I was not getting demoed on that. I don't have boost, but it's fine. They don't know it. I'm going to leave that. Hey, peek interest. I've seen you peek on that Vort. All right. Sidewall. Skim. That's a hard angle. I've done better. I've done more with less there, but a little bit of an overtouch. Unamas. Catch that. Oh, oh my gosh, that was almost on goal. That would have been funny. Why are you diving at that? What? Why are you diving at that, buddy? Yes, forward. Close one. We're gonna lob that up just to let my teammate get back. I can also steal their corner here. You're dead? You're dead? He's not dead. Interesting. You gonna try catch that? Okay, I was like, I'm not really sure what he's going for there. Nice win, teammate. Great speed. That's off sidewall, right? Ooh. Do I have the double? Oh no! It's a waterfall. I didn't realize that. All right, teammate, you're gonna have to not get demoed. He's about to get demoed. I didn't double that. It's fine. Oh, I like it. I like it. Delay flick. Ooh. was playing for 50, but I realized it's actually very easy for me to get beat to the side, which is why I didn't flip into that. I'm gonna low key. Oh, never mind. I was gonna fake chow that, but the teammate went. He's gonna flick that early, probably. Yep. We're gonna hold that up just a little bit. Clash is gonna soft touch. Never mind. You just throw it high. Okay. You are not scoring that, buddy. All right, jump high. Okay, that's fine. He tried to play for the low 50, but I think he was looking for a different angle from me. Nice. I'm gonna trust Vortex to get that. Nice. We're gonna lob that high. I don't think he's ready for that. He is not. Steel boost shot. Even if he blocks, it's fine. We're gonna stay close to this one. Oh, I did not expect them both to converge. That was like robot. That was hive mind right there. All right, they just threw it away. It's fine. One more Vort for the road. All right, I guess he didn't want one. Cringe. Wait. No, boo. Wait. Oh. Oh, what a bro. Oh, dude, it's rigged. Doesn't want to give me one more. No stat padding, chat. We're really in the anti-stat pad. I'm gonna have a good stream, man. Yeah, honestly, chat, you know what? I'll end on that. I like actually ending on a win for once. Gives a good vibe ending to the stream. But anyway, drop a sub if you guys are new. If you guys are new from YouTube, check out my most recent videos because I've been getting good feedback on those. And they are by far my most viewed long form, I think possibly ever in my channel. So check those out. If you're on Twitch, exclamation point video. Watch it to go to bed or when you need to eat something while you're watching something. That's how I watch most of my YouTube. Anyway, good night, everyone. Let me actually rate out